Hey guys, it's Earl. Well, I've had a real sad day. And I was talking to Mom about it, and she said, well, the other day when you was real sad, you took to that YouTuber's thing, and you started talking to them people and made you real happy. She said, why don't you just do another video about it? And she said, but what's making you so sad? I said, Mama, I have had so many people on that Match.com block me. I don't even know what's going on. I have so many matches, Mama, and none of them women are replying to me. She said, well, Earl, I told you it's because you put on there that you was a bisexual. I said, Mama, don't you start with that stuff again. I'm serious. She said, well, Earl, I'm real worried about you. She said, I don't even know. And I told you. She said, I do not care if you was a bisexual, trisexual, unisexual, unicycle. I don't care what you are. She said, I just want you to be happy. I want you to find love. I want to get your hell out of my basement. I said, Mama, I'm perfectly fine down in my basement. She goes, well, that's where you got the problem, see? She said, because that ain't your basement. That's Mama's basement. And you need to get the hell out of there. You need to take your crochet. You need to take your knitting. You need to take your model trains. You need to take your moon pies. You need to take your red pop and all of it, and you get your hell out of my basement. I love you, son. She said, but you don't help out one bit. You don't pay with none of the rent. She said, you don't pay with none of the cable bill. She said, you don't even stop at the gas station and think maybe Mama might want a pack of Winston's. She said, you don't even get me a diet red pop. You don't do nothing. I said, Mom, I've had a really hard day today. Please don't start in with me. Don't start in with that bisexual stuff. You don't even know what it means. She said, I know all day long what it means. I know what that bisexual stuff is. She said, I know what it means. It means you like men and you like women, Earl. And I told you, I don't care. I love my son. I love my son, Earl, so much. I love my daughter, Earlene. And I love my granddaughter, Earlene Jr., like she is straight from me. But I'll tell you something I can't stand is you eating my food, living in my basement, and never even picking me up a pack of Winston's, Earl. I'm tired of it. I said, Mama, like I said, you do not know what kind of day I've had. She said, well, Earl, honey, why has your day been so bad? She said, I have been at the beauty shop all day long curling old lady's hair. She said, it can't get much worse than that. My feet hurt. And she said, and other than that, she said, I don't even have any of that soaking suds to put my feet in. Mama, I'll go get you some, I said, at the Walmart. Just said, would you settle your ass down? She said, honey, you ain't leaving this basement tonight. I know that. She said, what has been so bad about this day today? I said, Mama, ever since I put that video up there on the YouTubers, I said, that people are real mean to me in the comments. She said, oh, no, they weren't, Earl. I saw all kinds of real nice comments in there. I said, what kind of nice comments did you see, Mama? She said, people said, well, Earl, you should move out of your mama's basement. She seems like a real nice lady to me. I said, yo, right, Mama, nice comments to you, but not nice comments to me. People made fun of my moon pies. People said I was fat. People said I'll just get a lady. People said, well, that singles group at your church obviously ain't working. People even made fun of my arcade night on Friday nights. Don't they know I like the Galaga? I saved my quarters all week long for the Galaga. I got the high score down there, and I put E-E-E, Earl. Note, everybody knows E-E-E means Earl. She said, Earl, there were some very nice comments in there. People said, this is a funny parody. Well, Mommy, it wasn't a parody. It was me. I don't think that's funny. She said, people thought you were funny, Earl. She said, what other comments were there on there? I said, Mama, some of those comments were so hurtful, I couldn't even believe it. I said, one person on there called me a redneck gay. She said, a redneck gay? Mama started laughing. I said, Mama, I don't think that's funny. She goes, honey, you ain't a redneck. I said, well, what is I then? She said, well, you just a country boy. That's all you is. You grew up out in the country. You live out in the country. You live in your mama's country basement. And you need to get your health out of mama's country basement is where you need to go. You need to go into the country kitchen and get you some biscuits and gravy. Move your ass into a country apartment with your country man or woman or whatever a bisexual does. I said, Mama, I told you. She said, now listen, I'm not going to mess around with this bisexual thing anymore. You don't want to hear about it. I understand that. But you got every Loretta Lynn album in the world. You got every Dolly Parton album in the world. You love Dolly Parton. I know that one time you dressed up as Dolly Parton for a Halloween. Mama, that was so long ago. Honey, you was 26 years old. It wasn't like you were 4. I said, Mama, it was real funny, and I won the first prize at that contest. She said, honey, that was the neighborhood block party Halloween. There was only 5 people there. Didn't nobody dress up at you, and you came with big balloons and your shirt looking like Dolly Parton singing Jolene. Of course everybody was going to give it to you. Didn't nobody else know what to do. They thought it was the strangest thing they'd ever seen. Mama, I told you before, and I'm going to tell you again. Dolly Parton is an angel sent from heaven. Don't make fun of her. I love her all day long. I do. And don't make fun of her. If Dolly Parton walked in here right now, because I heard she's having problems with her husband, I'd marry Dolly Parton with shit. Earl, if you married Dolly Parton, I'd be so thankful because I'd get front row seats to all of her shows and you move out of my damn basement and you could take your moon pies over to her fancy ass house in Nashville or Memphis, wherever she might live these days. Probably Hollywood because she's a fancy pants actress, Dolly Parton. You ain't never gonna meet Dolly Parton, Earl. I said, Mama, listen, you don't know what kind of day I've had. She said, well, Earl, what's the worst thing that's happened to you? I said, well, some lady called me some real mean names on there, Mama. It starts with an F and it ends with an agate. And she said, I'm going to straight to hell. She said, who is she? And tell me what her parents' names are, and I'll talk to them. I said, Mama, I don't know who she is. She lives somebody from some church. She said, what church? What church of Christ are they, and where do they go? Who are their parents? I want to know what their parents are. I know every parent in this county. I said, Mama, are you stupid? These people on the YouTuber, they're not all just in our county. She said, they're not. I said, Mama, you are so dumb. She said, I'm not dumb. I passed the 5th grade. She goes, I got out of it, went to beauty school. She goes, I had to work. I said, Mama, you was dumb. I said, those people aren't from there. I don't even know where they're from. She said, well, what would the woman's name say? I said, Mama, you don't even know who half these people are when you look at the YouTubers. It's the strangest thing in the whole world. Some of them got cartoon pictures, and their names are things like Sally Joe Resky, and some of them's names are I Hate You Forever, and some of their names are things like Betty Boopity-Doopity-Doo. I don't even know if those are the real names or not. I looked up this one woman, this Betty Boopity-Doop, up on the Facebook. She didn't exist on there. I didn't see her, and she got some funny-looking face on there. I'd never seen it before. I mean, I don't know who these people are. I don't know why they're commenting on my videos if they don't know me, calling me with names that start with an F and end with an agate. I don't like it. I think it's mean. She said, well, who is the lady that said that? All right, I will go deal with it right now. She'll be picking up tape with broken fingers. I said, Mama, you will not be fighting over me. She said, well, if I have to fight over somebody because my son's a bisexual, I guess I'll have to do it. I'll fight for anything. I love my son. I brought him in this world, and I'm going to go protect him. I don't care who he loves. I don't care what he loves. I just want him to love somebody and get the hell out of my basement. I said, Mama, her name was something to do with some church. I don't know. West Sally Church, West Ballet Church. I don't know. It was some mean lady from some mean church, West something. She said, oh, honey, don't worry about all that. But she said, I am a little worried about you because of your Match.com account. I said, Mama, what are you talking about? She said, well, I got on that Match.com account of yours. I said, Mama, I told you to stay off that account. How'd you get into it? She said, well, you left it open. I saw that you was looking at that, and you was looking at some nudie pages on there. Mama, I don't look at none of them nudie pages. That's bad. She said, well, honey, I know it wasn't Earlene, because Earlene ain't interested in seeing things with, I don't know, men on men kind of things. I said, Mama, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how them pictures got that much just popped up there. Oh, that's right. I remember now. When I was on the Match.com, some of those pages just popped up. They were things, they were called like College Stud. She said, yes, when I saw College Stud. I said, Mama, those were pop-up advertisements. There was probably, I think, a pop-up advertisement about Crockpot, too. She goes, oh, Earl, there was not. You was looking at them nudie pictures of those boys. I know, and they were doing things that, I don't care if you do them. Do them in the privacy of your own house on your crochet blanket. Just take that crochet blanket and your lovemaking and your nudie pics and go over to your own apartment because it's time for you to move out of Mama's house. And she said, I'm going to tell you something else. I looked at that Match.com account and you got every picture on there is with your best friend, Jeb. She goes, now everybody knows. I said, Mama, don't start in on me about Jeb again. She said, honey, I'm telling you, everybody in this county knows that Jeb is a gay. He is a gay. He's been a gay all his life. Okay? He likes the boys. I said, Mama, why are you messing with Jeb? She said, listen, honey. She said, Jeb's mama and I have been friends forever, but everybody in the world besides his mama knows that he's a gay. He wears the nail polish. He does his hair real pretty. He's a real pretty boy. He's a real pretty, almost girl boy. And if you like that, then that's fine. Then fall in love with Jeb and move to your Jebby loving apartment and take your crochet blanket and get your hell out of my basement. I said, Mama, I have had it. She said, well, if you want to get you a lady, you ain't never going to get you a lady with them pictures of Jeb. That one picture you're holding his arm. I said, Mama, I don't know what you're talking about. We was just fishing. She said, listen, listen, Earl. She said, I came down the basement that one time. Y'all was sitting there in your whitey tighties. And she said, y'all was sitting on the couch playing video games. But you was real close together. You was a little too close together. Well, who plays video games in their whitey tighties? I said, Mama, that was a long time ago. And I can't believe you throwing that at my face now. She said, honey, that was 2 years ago. You was 42 and 41. I said, Mama, I told you then, and I'm telling you now, if you ever throw that up in my face, ever, Mom, just get out of my basement. Just get out of my basement. And then she did. She walked up them stairs, and I said, oh, thank God, that lady. She drives me mad. Did y'all have a mama like her? Oh, my day was going to be good until Mama walked down into my basement. My basement. My basement.